This is the long one, the quadratic formula. So we're going to subtract 3m from both sides because we want it to be equal to 0. M squared plus 2m minus 99 equals 0. And now we can say a is equal to 1, b is equal to 2, and c is equal to negative 99. Okay, so then x is equal to negative b, so that's 2, plus or minus the square root of b squared, so 2 times 2 is 4, minus 4 times a, which is 1, and c, which is negative 99, all over 2 times a. Okay, so let's see what this looks like. Negative 2 plus or minus the square root of 4 times 100 would be 400, but this is 1 shy every time, so that's 396. So 4 plus 396. So this may have looked bad, but it's going to shape up to be not so bad. Negative 2 plus or minus the square root of 400. Well, the 400 is a perfect square, so that's going to be nice because we have minus 2 plus or minus, what's the square root of 400? That's 20. Okay, so this is going to be considerably easier than some of ours. So minus 2 plus 20 over 2, that's 18, divided by 2 is 9. Or we'll have minus 2 minus 20 over 2, and that's going to be negative 22 over 2, that's negative 11. Okay, so those are my two. Who set this graph up? So let's see here. I did. So let's see, 2, 4, 6, 8. Looks like 9 is about right there. And negative 11, well, I'd say it's about right there on the edge of things. And what's right in the middle of those points? Well, I can add them together. 9 plus a negative 11 divided by 2. If I want to take the average, I divide by 2. So that's negative 2 over 2. Well, it doesn't look like 2. So my axis of symmetry, which is the middle number, is minus 1. So let's see here. Minus 1 goes right down like this. Here's my axis of symmetry, right between 0. I'm getting off a little bit there, just a little bit. Yeah, okay, so that's my axis of symmetry. And the only question I have now, well, one of the questions I have, is what happens when I plug in that negative 1. So let me go up here and say f, different color would be nice, of negative 1. What happens when I plug in negative 1? Well, let's see. First of all, I say 1 squared, right? So negative 1 squared. So negative 1 squared. And then I say plus 2m. So plus 2 times negative 1. And then negative 99, right? Okay. So I say negative 1 squared is 1. 2 times negative 1. This is not going to fit on my graph. And then negative 99. All right, so we have 1 take away 101. So we have negative 100. So, yay. So let's just say that each one of these lines is worth 10. All right, we'll do that. So we will say that's really 100. This is really negative 100. Okay? Wow, what a graph. Okay, so let's see. Where's it going to hit the where's it going to hit the x-axis? Well, it's going to hit right there because m is 0 and 2m is 0 because m is 0. So those two go away and I get negative 99. So, it's going to hit right away. So, it's going to hit immediately. It has to. It's got to go over there and hit. hit right there. Okay, so our parabola is kind of chubby this time. It wouldn't have been. It'd been tall and thin, but we had to squish our scaling. So instead of going down to 10, we went down to negative 100. So there it is. We used what we had, and that's our graph. Anything we left out? We have our vertex. Our vertex down here is negative 1, negative 100. And that was 9. And there's negative 11. And our axis of symmetry, I guess we could label that x is equal to negative 1. Okay.